All right, everyone. So we're going to start working on the anchor pages. All right. So I'm gonna put this. This is some of the most important work we're going to get done. And if you're going to launch and start placing ads before you finish your PBS, which is totally okay to do, make sure your anchor pages are done first. They are the most prominent things that we market. They're relevant, right? They're called anchors for a reason. If it wasn't for these anchors, I'm going to tell you that the opportunity here would not be as good as it is. These changed everything. And I'm going to stress it because we built this, and I think it's really important to know where we came from and where we're going, because it explains why we're so successful. As an online marketer, I've done very, very well because not only was I able to market what I was hired to by my clients, but I found ways to take that marketing that was coming in, and when they didn't buy the main item, I found things to redirect them to make money with it, so I could be competitive. And so I could be a good service for my client. I took the negative and turned it to a positive in anything, in any aspect. So we're doing the same thing with our PBSs. We're going to be marketing relevant things, and whether they buy or not, we're going to bring them into our marketing house so that they can click around. The more they click around, the bigger the odds of me making money, the bigger the odds of you making money. And especially when we get Google AdSense added as a partner, the more they click around, the more revenue we're going to make, because Google is going to pay us for using our content and our ability to bring eyeballs in to reward us. And they pay us because they get paid by their clients, right? And we get paid by impressions, by showing the ads as well as them clicking. So it's just something that is a best partner for us to have, because by us doing the work, whether we do a little, a lot, or a lot, right? We want to do a lot. I love that word, a lot. It's just pressing it. It doesn't matter how much we're doing, we have a way to get economic gain by doing it. And that just makes this even more, it makes it more rewarding. And as a marketer and bringing eyeballs in, that is a very, very big need, okay? Even impressions and branding marketing is important for a lot of these clients that Google has. We don't have to get them. Google just matches them up to our content. This is magical. But our anchor offers drive more relevance, and they bring in more hits than anything else we're going to market. And I stress it out when I talk about the shopping mall premise of marketing. That's a real thing that we're utilizing here, because, we don't have a demographic advantage for our system. It's not like someone's going to drive by because it's in the neighborhood. It's on the web, and if they don't know how to find it, they're not going to find it, right? It's the law of marketing. Nothing's going to sell itself. So we have to have something of relevance that we go out and place in front of people to find, do keywords on, post ads, post social media, and drive them to us. And it's got to be something of interest, or they're not going to click on it. And that's why wine is like our number one anchor. And then you're going to learn about our second anchor, which is Bella Vita. And those bring in different clienteles that are all consumers. And that's what we want. We're all consumers, but we want people that are really looking to invest in themselves. And people that buy wine buy a lot of things. People that buy wine kind of get it, right? They get like, man, I want to live life better. So there's a lot of things that we're going to cover in this. And so we're going to spend a lot of time on the anchor offers. They're very, very important. But I'm going to tell you, before 2016, August 16th of 2016, we were replacing our anchor offers about every 8 months, every 8.5 months. It was just what it was. We didn't always have the ability to have something that was really locked down or foundational. We just didn't have it. It just wasn't the right timing. And I used to market for big companies. I marketed for JCPenney direct for many years. I got paid really good for it. And that was before a lot of people were on the internet. A lot of people were like setting up online accounts or even online shopping. And as soon as they felt like they had enough marketplace, they just cut off our agreements. They literally just stopped paying me. So I learned a lesson, right? We got to have really solid control on this so that we can get paid today, tomorrow, and the future. There is a lot of things built into your PBS system and the community here that protects you that you may not be aware of. And I'm going to explain that. If we don't like somebody because they're not paying us, and that's when I say like, right? Like we have a business we're promoting. Let's say that they stop paying us or they do some bad decisions and they stop paying the marketing. We just unplug and plug somebody else in. We don't lose the marketing because we control it through our offer pages. We're in control of the work we do, so that if we don't get paid, we can send it to some place where we do get paid. This is something I've learned the hard way, right? And the PBS is already built that way for you, right? We don't market directly to the company. We market to our system, our ecosystem, and and we market to it. And when they click around and they click to go buy, we send them to the place to buy. If that place changes, it's because it changes. We literally don't lose our marketing work. Can you imagine if you did all this marketing work like I did for JCPenney, and then all of a sudden they don't pay me, and all that work that I did, all those hours of building and copy were wasted now. Now that I do it in this format, and I learned that lesson years ago, if we lost the work for that client, we just go find a competitive client, but we don't lose the keywords. We don't lose the traffic we're building. We don't lose the organic traffic that we've created over years of doing it. It's protected through this model. There's genius here that you guys just don't need to understand, but I'm going to explain it as I can throughout this training process because I think it's cool to know. And these are all things I learned through hard lessons. I wish I would have had a crystal ball before I did this, but failures teach you a lot. To me, that was a failure. I mean, you guys, I lost income, like thousands of dollars, like by the blink of a pen for them. And they didn't care. They did not care. So I won't work for a company like that I could foresee doing that. I'm going to do it in a protected way. I'll tell you that our number one anchor offer, which is Wine Ambassador, isn't going anywhere. I'm also going to tell you guys some history that you may not know. And the longer we do this, the longer this history could be forgotten. And I think it's important to know where we came from. Wine of the month. You guys, for my passion in wine, I had no idea that wine was going to be the answer for having the biggest relevance for us to market. I didn't see it. It was probably too close to me. And when I got introduced to Rick Rickenbill, who found out this company it was another wine company. It wasn't Wine Ambassador, and it was one of the first ever Wine of the Month clubs that wasn't tied to a winery, and they had gone network marketing or MLM. And I liked the aspect of that, and it was in the right structure. And I heard about it. I was so excited. It was the fastest thing I've ever signed up for in my life. And because of the nature of it, I didn't have it. I got signed up on August 16th, 2016, and I didn't get the product until the next month. And I wanted to make sure the wines were good. I really did. I didn't want to sell any wine. I'm a wine snob. And luckily, the first wines I had were amazing. They worked out this agreement with wine companies. I'm just going to give you guys some history on it. They worked out these agreements with really good wines that we're going to get your name out there, build your brand, but you're going to give us the wines for almost nothing. Okay, now it worked for a few companies, and that's how they launched. And if they hadn't, and the wine wasn't good, Tanya and I wouldn't have marketed. We're snobs. We are absolute wine snobs. And I have a long story to it, but I'll tell you this: if that first wine we opened wasn't good, we weren't going to do it. And it sat in our sitting room for a few weeks before we even opened it up. I actually was I didn't think it was going to be good wines because of the value. It was so cheap, and it was good. And so we went to town marketing, and I started building the pages out. And that's what I do, you guys. I prove it out. If it works for me, it'll work for you. And I go guinea pig it out. I go use my skills, and I'm really good at doing the marketing. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking. So I want you guys to understand this. When you guys see that wine presentation on your Fine Wines page and your Wine Magic page, that presentation does all the heavy lifting. Proper marketing has to answer a few components. Not only does it have to explain the benefits, what's in it for you. You don't buy something unless it makes their life better. You have to want something to buy. You don't just go buy it to buy it. It makes no sense. So we have to explain the benefits, and everybody pretty much understands that. What they don't understand is proper marketing has to also answer any possible objections or questions that you may have about that. So the marketer has to understand what those are and has a vision to see what those are and have really good ears and listen and run through scenarios with different types of consumers to find out what those questions are and fine tune it. Okay. And we had time to fine tune it with this other company. And I'm just going to let you guys know this. We knocked it out of the park. I had a presentation down that I got done in October. And by November of that 2016, it was a home run. So I rolled it out on a Tuesday call. Those Tuesday calls are important. So I rolled it out on a Tuesday call, and everybody on that call copied my page, modified the words because they learned how to do that. You're going to modify the words around it, left that presentation, then we went to market. And you guys, if you already have marketing going on and your PBS is established, when we add a new offer, it's just like adding a new store to a mall. You already have traffic coming through, right? So that's what it was for me. And you guys, for the first time ever, I put up a new page. I put up the new wine page. And so I structured it. I put it together. I put the presentation together, and then I launched it, made it public on my site. on it was homewithtanny.com at the time. And I put it up on there and I had a sell day one. And you guys, they're small, they're not small ticket sales, right? It's like $500. I had a $500 sell day one. I had 8 sales in the first week and I hadn't even started posting ads or doing the marketing yet. It was a home run, right? And so I fine-tuned it, I honed it in a little bit, and then I figured out how to market it and how to post the ads, work on copy, all that stuff. And when I rolled it out in December, we had students that had really successful sites, lots of traffic. They put it on there and started winning too. You guys, we did so well. The company ran promotions. We won $5,000 cash. There's 3 of us that dominated the entire rest of the world that was marketing this. And it had a really big launch. It was a big thing. We won trips to Bahamas. We were getting lots of perks. We kicked butt, all right? And first quarter 2017, 2 things happened and it changed everything. The first thing is my revenues were up 30%. I want you guys to understand, I never had a jump like that before. So doing the same efforts, marketing, wine of the month club versus anything else I'd ever marketed, I was getting way more traffic than my efforts before. And because more people came to my system, I was selling more things, right? I was making more money on everything I was selling. It was just, my revenues went up. And the most important thing that happened, which is the other thing, is that was the first time we had tens of our students going full-time, not onesie twosies, tens. Income was up. We had people having, several $1,000 weeks because we had the right thing to market and they'd already built up the traffic to gain from that. Big deal, big deal. And that started huge momentum to change the trajectory of what we have here at RR247. That I want to give you guys some history as we go through this because it's really important to know why it works the way it does. That became the thing. And now the thing about it is we still have it 6 years later. Now in 2018, we had added a second anchor program, okay? And it was health and nutrition. And because we had that going strong, we had 2 strong anchors. The marketing was working better. So Tanny and I were forking out a lot of money, chasing the vision of RR247, and we were putting tens of thousands of dollars into the infrastructure and investing into this. This business plan was horrible on paper even. But God and I had a plan. I knew it was going to come together. Wine changed everything. And when we added wine, after that first quarter in 2017, for the first time ever, Tanny and I didn't need to put money into the company to maintain it. It was break even. Then later that year in 2017, we found what became our second anchor offer. Okay, it was a health and nutrition company, and now we were making money. The system, the structure, we were making money from everybody working together. And in January 2018, we launched the V marketing, which allowed us to pay for the marketing for every student and to grow that. And then we were finding that system. And let's see, in May of 2020, one of my best friends, and he's my mentor, Costa Gara, launched Bella Vita. That's our second anchor offer. And he launched it, and he and I were talking, and he knew we were dealing with the replacement of the wine company. So in 2018, in September, it was apparent that this wine company, you guys, we were dominating. We were like, we were at events, and 90% of the room was RR247, and all but maybe 2 or 3 of the awards given out were to our members. We were dominating in wine all through this process. And I had one of the shareholders of the company contact me and tell me that they had mismanaged the company really bad and they were going to go out of business probably. And we were keeping them afloat with growth, but he wanted me to know because he knew Tanya and I had invested so much into building this, and I appreciated that. And I dove into it, and God is amazing, and things fell into place. And we got a hold of Brett, who had left that company before. That's where we met him. And we were able to join with him in Wine Ambassador. Tanya and I had the resources. You know what's good about having overabundance is you can solve problems with resources. It takes money to solve problems, guys. So we had the resources to do it our way, and we learned a lot. And so it was apparent they were running, and also the quality of the wine was going down. We were very upset about it, and they had literally ruined their own name in the entire industry of wine because of what they had done, and they weren't paying people, and it was bad actually. And and the writing was on the wall. We had the notice, and things just fell into place where we could replace it. And we wanted to do it right. And things just fell into place really, really quick. It was a lot of happenstance and definitely God's work. And we were up and running, and those that were during that time, we went without paychecks for 3 weeks only. And we were back in the groove and better. And we had friends that we got their wine. So we had great wines for everybody as our wines were being made. You can't make wines tomorrow. And as of November 2020, we were all on our own wines, and we have been ever since, that are made by our winemakers. And we went through this proven thing. And without wine, you guys, it doesn't work. That is the catalyst. And without our second anchor offer, which is Bella Vita, we don't have the solid opportunity here. So that's why we stress them so much, because those are what makes our shopping mall effect work. The relevance of those offers, having the right things to market's everything. And then we can market everything around it. It's what gets people in the marketing house, right? And a lot of things have like loss leaders where they spend money just to get people in. Like, you guys know milk and eggs, it's the main doors that brings us into a grocery store. You guys know that they don't make money on those. Almost every convenience store, Walmart even, they lose money on milk and eggs. They make the money up on everything else that we buy. And a lot of things have that. And like, you look at the malls, like Macy's and Dillard's, right? They don't pay to be there. Their marketing prowess is why they're there. It costs money to be there, but if they don't have them, they don't make the money off everything inside. Our anchors make us the most money. We make the most money off wine and Bella Vita and the way we grow the teams. So we've got the best of all the worlds based on how this thing came together. And anyway, I'm going to be building these pages out, but you guys, it's because we have the right anchors that makes this work. And it's the same as the mall premise. And it's amazing that we have this. So I just wanted to give you guys some background. And what we did is we were able to put all the resources in place to make sure that anchor offer number 1 and then anchor offer number 2 is solid too. Cost is solid. That's as good as me owning it. We think the same. We go that way. That's why our structures combine so well. Our anchors aren't going anywhere, and they're foundational. We don't have to replace them, right? Costa started May 2020. We had a launch in our system, proven, figure out the marketing, August 2020. We've been running it ever since. Okay. And we'll cover some more things, but I'm going to build these pages out, but I wanted to give you foundational stuff. You know what? I cover it like a record player, because I know some people is like, guys, the reason why this works is we have the right components. All right, so let's get to building. I love telling the story, and here's the thing: it's the truth. It doesn't change. And I'm so we didn't know what the right things were when we started building this. We kept changing it out, but I knew we'd find it. And wine couldn't be sent out direct to consumer until about 2016 anyway. There wasn't enough states that allowed it. We couldn't have done it before. And then Bella Vita, this biohacking science is brand new. It wasn't available before May of 2020. They put the stuff together, right? So it's that, and now we're in the right place at the right time to add the right things, because we've got the vehicle to grow. And now that we're so successful, we can find the right things to add on to what we're already doing. It's amazing. Okay, it's like having the best race car in the world, and we find out we can add even more horsepower to it, and we can decide to do that. All right, let's go start modifying pages. So I'll say this, I know we have people that come in and you can't do the anchors quite yet. And it's seriously okay. Act as if. You want to get them as soon as possible, because you can't take advantage of the team growth and everything else until you're in, but there's ways around that. And hopefully that IBO program can help a lot of people. So let me pull up the pages here. We're going to be building and doing the backup pages of our anchor pages. This is what we're on right now. Add anchor page folders, Wine Ambassador, Bella Vita, and we're going to build those pages out. I'm going to go to my backup folder that I'm building here for xxy7.com for Seth. And I'm going to open this page and close it because it'll update. Perfect. And I'm going to go back to the folder. And we're going to go to anchor page folders. Okay. And I'm going to create a new folder in here for Wine Ambassador offer pages. I'm going to go ahead and create that. And then I'm also going to create a new one here for Bella Vita offer pages. And these are going to be separate than the actual category pages, because these are the anchors and they're super, super important. And I want to make sure that we build these out first and we organize these. These are, you can't have a mall without successful anchor stores. Our anchors make this work. So even if you're not involved in them yet, you're going to market as if you are, because you're going to get into them as soon as you can. It's do what I do, get what I get. And our overhead comes from these anchors, right? So you look at a mall has costs to be in operation, whether a single person comes in or not. And they have big expenses for the housing of their anchor stores, right? So they build this big thing for Macy's and big things for Dillard's. You're doing the same thing. You pay a few $100s to get set up in wine. You pay a few $100s to get set up in Bella Vita, and then you got monthly required to get your commissions, and that makes it so you can write them off. It's all by design. Wine's 133 or less, and then if you get 3 customers, you offset your costs every month, which is amazing. You still get free, and then you get free wine, which means it just tastes better. And then even if you have 1 customer, you get free wine every 3 months. So you're going to offset your costs, right? So but let's say you have to pay for the whole thing, 133. Bella Vita has a few $100s you get set up and costs, and then it's $100 a month, call it. Okay, we're at 233. You're hosting. Let's call your hosting at 13 bucks, and let's say that you've got the memes and stuff going that we're going to talk about, and let's say that you got a couple other expenses that that maybe creep up. Maybe you had to get better internet, or maybe you paid for some other services, whatever. Let's say it's $300 total to run your business. An overhead, right? $300. And that covers your lights, your operational costs, just to be in business. The thing here is, because we pay for all the marketing that you would need to spend otherwise to expand your business to bigger means, you don't pay it, we pay it. So your overhead never goes up. Whether you're making hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, or in excess of $1 million a year, which has been proven possible here. And I'm not going to go into income claims, because are you willing to do what I do, right? But you can have access to it. Your overhead never goes above $300 a month. Unheard of. And so eventually you're going to want to have all this stuff in there. But not only are these things that bring the traffic to us, but they are our biggest income streams, right? They create the wealth because of the way they're structured, and they help us build our teams, and allows us to pay this forward to others and not charge training fees, right? Like, you think about it. I've got a program here that I know you can make over $1 million a year with. You should pay me to train you how to do that. There's a value to that. And you're not paying me to train you to do that. I make my money when you make your money, and Tanya and I are going to invest into you to get there. That's what you have here. So don't ever quit. Nothing is as good as it is here. There isn't anything like this. There isn't. So we'll keep going. So we're going to have these on there. We're going to work on Wine Ambassador first, anchor offer number 1. As you're building this out, there's actually 3 pages in wine that we're going to be building out, and I'm going to touch base on all 3. One of them we're not going to really do until we do the Bella Vita pages. Okay. So I am going to I'm going to go grab his link, and I'm going to show you guys how we modify things first. And this should also be done by your instructor. So when you sign up in wine, they should be helping you modify your links, because as soon as we get your link, we want to modify your link for mine. So obviously we're modifying his. I'm going to go grab those. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got Seth's rep ID number with Wine Ambassador. So after you sign up, you're going to get a rep ID. And I'm going to just go ahead and pull this up and show you guys the link I need. It's going to be wineambassador.com/his rep ID. And this is his. And Seth has already been walked through by his instructor and set up his display name. And we don't want to send people just to the page. I'm going to stress this. We're doing all the marketing, right? And marketing done properly makes sales order taking. So when they watch that presentation, they're ready to buy. We don't need to send them to the main page and have them guess where to join. Even though it's here, it's easy, we know where it's at. We don't want to make any guesswork. We want to keep it as simple as possible, less clicks as possible. So we're going to send them right to the Join Now link. Okay, we're going to send them right here. So this is the actual link I'm going to copy. Okay, and I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave this here. And I'll copy it for now. I'm going to go to affiliate disclosures, and I'm on the home page, and I'm going to show you the pages we're going to modify. Now we're in the anchor pages. I'm going to go ahead and open up Wine Ambassador, and we have 2 pages we're going to modify for wine, and so I'm going to go ahead and do new docs, twice. And I'm doing it from the Wine Ambassador offer pages. I'm going to do new docs again. So I have two of them. We only have 2 pages to modify for wine. And we have a third that'll get us into cross-marketing with Velveeta. So we'll do that one as well, but we're not going to save that page. I'm just going to modify the links and we'll come back to it when we edit that. So right now we're going to work on Wine Ambassador of the anchor pages. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go right into Velveeta after it. And if this is you doing your homework to get into session 2, or you're doing session 2, you can get ahead and modify these pages. You want to get your anchors done as soon as possible. It's really, really important because your page is now live. Your whole system, your PBS is live. And these are the main things that we're going to be marketing and getting out there. So you want to get your links done as soon as possible because you don't want to give me credit. I get sales all the time from people that didn't modify their links. I appreciate it, but that's not what I designed this for, right? I want you to modify your links and get credit for it. That's how every one of your pages is. They are all set up with my links, right? You got a copy of what I've done, which means it has my link. And the whole idea is to modify it, make it your own, but change your links. So I'm going to come here. And remember, I like to open them up separately. So arts and entertainment, I can go to Wine Magic here, or I can open up arts and entertainment. And this is a really good segue. You should have been walked through this by your instructor, but we have 2 menu systems. And I'm going to take a second here before I modify these and show you what they are. We market online. Online means desktop, laptops, and mobile, tablets, smaller screens. And smaller screens have a different menu system, different navigation, and we operate in both worlds. We have to. We want to market to everyone, not just half the population. In some places where we market, upwards of 70% of the traffic is mobile. We have to represent mobile. So on the top right, we have this black and white menu. This is our mobile menu, and this is the menu that shows up on mobile devices. You click on it, it's a drop down. Now, because of the nature of it, when you click on arts and entertainment on the desktop goes right to it, but it doesn't on mobile. So we had to create all things arts and entertainment, all things beauty and cosmetics. And this is literally a duplicate of arts and entertainment. So when you make a modification in arts and entertainment, you need to make the same in the all things arts and entertainment. It lets us run 2 separate menus. We covered both worlds that way. So that's going to be walked through on that. Now, if I just click on arts and entertainment, all things arts and entertainment is the same thing, but this is where they go to on the mobile. And then mobile, they'll click on this, and then they're going to have that same drop down to go to the other categories. We don't want to lose their traffic. But I need the Wine Magic page, so I'll go ahead and grab that. Open link in a new tab. Everybody starts out with, you basically have 3 that connect to wine, but 2 main pages, Wine Magic, and then Fine Wines Delivered to Your Door, which is under Cooking, Food, and Wine. So I'll go ahead and click on Cooking, Food, and Wine. And I can do it from the drop down, right click and open a new tab, or from the actual category. It doesn't matter. I'll do it from here. All right. Now I'm going to show you where the third one is under Health and Fitness, and it's the coffee page. Coffee and wine are very similar, and they usually are used by the same consumer, just different times of the day. And we have a lot of fun with this. And coffee is something we will always be marketing and tying to. And we've sold a lot of different coffee products over the decades. And we have an amazing coffee product. It's a creamer that's part of Velveeta that is definitely representative of success for me in losing weight. Okay, and so we like to have that angle. I'm going to just right click on this one and open this in a new tab. That'll be the third one that we modify. I'm actually going to modify it first because it's just, we're going to literally modify this in the next training section, but I want to change the link in here. So I'm going to hit edit page. And while I'm not going to edit this page right yet, we're going to do this in the next training session because it's going to be the Velveeta anchor offer number 2. Right here, we cross-market fine wine. So I'm going to click on that, scroll over here, and I'm going to edit it and have it go, instead of going to my son's page, because I do that sometimes, I'm going to paste Seth's link, his join link, so it goes to his now. It's right there, and it's right here. It's only in 2 places on this page. It's a cross-marketing thing that we do. Cross-marketing means we're marketing something else, and then we reference another product. Cross-marketing. Very effective. So I'm going to Control A, Control V, paste over Edison's link with your link, Seth. And now that page has your wine links on it. We'll come back and do the Velveeta pages on it later. I'm going to go ahead and update, save that. And just know that when we go to modify it, I've already modified that link on that page. I'm going to go ahead and close that out for now. And we're going to go to the Fine Wines page. And I'm going to hit edit. Now, this page here, this is when we put a lot of marketing on it. When we do our consensus marketing through graphics, you're going to see it. We have a professional team that makes graphics that we all have the same look. The only difference is our URL is different, so that we can do Coca-Cola style marketing. So I'm going to just pause for a second on that and just basically plant the seed why we do it. It's another genius aspect we have as a big marketing family. So instead of us all creating individual ads and running like an individual company, which sounds fun, sort of, we get to act like a big company. We get to act like a Coca-Cola. We all have the same images professionally made that we go put out there, so that they see mine and they see yours, it all looks like one big company. Only when they click on it or go to it, it supports an individual. So what we do is we allow the big prowess of a big company marketing to spread across our utopian society here and benefit everybody. And instead of all the money going to the big corporate structure, it's paid out to the membership. And it's like having a big Amazon, but instead of Amazon getting all the profits and going to Jeff Bezos, we pay us. We spread it out. It's just an amazing model, right? And we all get to earn our we all get to make what we're worth, and we all get to share by helping others. It's just a beautiful place. So once that light bulb goes off on what this is, you see why we say the only catch here is you got to help others. And the more we help, the more we all win. It's the way it's supposed to be. And it's just a happy place. Okay, so I need to modify the links. And so what I usually do before I modify the pages, I go modify all the links first. And your instructor should have done this, but if they didn't, this is how you do it. I'm going to click on this link. And I'm going to hit edit. Control A, oops, Control A, Control V, and I paste over my join link with his join link and apply. And I want to make sure that they're always opening in new tabs, so just double check that. They should all be that way. And even the images. So I'm going to click on this right there, open a new tab. I'm going to hit edit, and click on there, Control A, Control V. Oops, I'll try that again. Control A, Control V, and apply. I put this here. That was by accident. I'll fix that. See, no harm, no foul. I'm going to click on this. That should be open in a new tab. And just double check that. I'm gonna modify all these links to go from, instead of going to me to get credit and get the commissions, it's going to go to him. This one we're not going to change, but we do want to make it open in a new tab. And this is RR247webinars.com. We do a wine and dine show every Wednesday. And I do think you should highlight this and market this, because we get a lot of people that'll be on this page. They'll go check on that, and then they'll sign up under you. They'll keep it. They bookmark it. They snapshot it. It's something fun. And sometimes they'll sign up as a customer and then come see what we're about. So this has been a really fun thing. It's something we're very committed to. It's there. So this video is our Grand Crew event last year. A lot of fun. And I'm going to come down here. And Jackie, your son that did that video is, I'm so grateful for that. That was a great surprise that year. So I'm going to come here, control, paste over that. Same thing here. I messed that up. I knew it. There we go. And apply. Again, I'm just clicking on the link. I hit edit. Control A, Control V. If something goes wrong, just click away. It did it again. Open a new tab. Check this one out really quick. That's perfect. When in doubt, or if you just update every now and then, that saves. Now it has an auto save function in WordPress. I just don't trust it. Like, it seems to be pretty good, but I make sure I update from time to time just to make sure it's done. Edit, Control A, Control V, and apply. We got it a couple times here. Every image should be hyperlinked. Every image should be hyperlinked somewhere. Sometimes those images get found other ways, and you want to make sure you're driving to something that benefits you. Again, make sure they're always open in new tabs. Now this one is going to go to Wine Magic. That's our other wine page. And because it's internal, we don't want to open in a new tab. So leave that alone, and the same here. Okay. Now this is written my way from before. And I'm going to go ahead and hit update. And so now we know that all those links go to you, Seth, not me. Okay. Keep going through here. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We're gonna just rewrite this. I know a lot about the wine and how to say all this. We're gonna have fun rewriting it. And so pay attention. And you can go look at the page you started with and look at the page I modified on xxy7.com and get a good idea for it. But we want to keep this top part here pretty small, because we want them to see the video. The presentation does all the heavy lifting. The content is what we use to market, to get people to search and get to us. So we have 3 legs of marketing, and it's really important to understand it. So I'm going to take a moment here to explain it. We're going to post ads to get people to come here, right? We're going to do social media to drive people to come here. And then we're also going to rely on organic search to kick in on different keywords to bring them here as well. Okay. And we're going to build different articles and different pages as we grow and develop. And the content we're writing is all around that keyword. So I like us to have standard keywords for consensus marketing on our main pages you have in your PBS. So I'll click on Yoast, and the key phrase is find wines. I want you to keep that. Don't read, if you want to make a new one, make a whole new page separate to this. Don't change this one. Leave this one, find wines. We all want to have a find wines page. We all want to have that out there. That's our Coca-Cola marketing on our main relevant topic, our main anchor offer. So find wines are just a few clicks away. Find wines should have been hyperlinked. I like that. And there's also some spacing issues I noticed here too. So I'm going to talk about that. I learned how to type on a typewriter. Typewriter for you end a sentence with a period, and you have to hit space because it doesn't automatically space. So if you see that, just forgive me because I'm a typewriter guy. And even after all these years, I still do that. I try to correct myself. I think I'm getting better at it. But if you see extra spaces, that's what it's for. They're not intentional. It's just habit. I type 180 words a minute. I learned to do that on a typewriter. And that space it's just programmed in my brain. And I've been trying to unprogram it for decades. So everybody that's never learned on a typewriter, I can just tell you that there was, it's mechanical, right? Well, the computer, once you hit that period or an exclamation mark or any type of an end to a sentence, it automatically puts a bigger space in. You don't need to hit space. So when you see that, that's what it is. That being said, we want to reword this whole thing. And the best way to do it, keyword is find wines. You want find wines in the first sentence. All right. So I'm going to just start out by welcome to a discovery of what true, fine. I'll say true here. Fine wines are all about. This is an eye opener for most, because we really believe we are buying a wine that is healthy and true to form when we buy wines at the grocery store or liquor store. However, unless we are buying okay, so I got a really good, and I'm saying it differently than I've ever said it before. Seth, you're getting an amazing thing here. Now I'm going to go here where it says find wines. I'm going to hyperlink it, make it bold. I'm going to insert the link here, and I'm going to say open a new tab and hit apply. Okay, and then right here it says true find wine. I'm literally going to hyperlink that too because I want to, and you can't really hyperlink too much. And the thing that's good about hyperlink is most people don't read the whole article, but if they get a thing, you want to give them a thing to click to go sign up when they're ready. They're like, yeah, I get it. Presentation does all the heavy lifting. So I'm not going to focus on the reds and whites on this. I'm going to change all this. I'm just going to put here. I'm just going to change it to that. And I'm literally, again, I'm going to hyperlink this. And I'm going to make this a header. And I'm making a heading 3. And I always like to make it blue. So I'm going to click on the settings, text, and then the default blue, vivid cayenne blue. And that part's all modified, okay? Now go here to enroll and get your fine wines delivered to your door. I'm going to modify that verbiage because that's mine. I need to make it his. So as a ghostwriter, I'm going to make it different. I'll try that again. And the video tells them to click the link below. So we want to have that link below right there. It's there. This image here, I'm going to move it to the right. And I'm going to go to 50%, a little bit smaller. And we're going to write about different things here. So I'm going to literally write something new. What I like to do usually is, you guys, this would be good. I'll pretend like I'm just going to hit enter and see what I say here and re-say it a little bit. And I'm going to really make this page a lot simpler, right? I'm going to hit update to save my work where we're at. And I mean, this says a lot, right? And I'm literally going to show you guys like what I would recommend is shorten this page down. This page has a lot of content. We just want to talk about fine wines, and we want to hyperlink fine wines and stuff anyway. So right here, I'm going to just say something different. I'm just going to put, we have access to the most amazing fine wines for this program. And I'm just going to go right here. And you guys, this was written like 6 years ago. So, and it works for me great, but we can update things and make things more about the message. And really the message with what we have is there's a very strong humanitarian side to it because we are delivering fine wines that are really good for you. The health benefits are there. Those wines that people are buying in the grocery store don't carry the same benefits. They're not really a wine. They're a wine-based product. It's a sad truth, but that creates the problem that we get to solve. But we still got to educate the world about it. And that's really what we're doing. So I'm going to focus on this. on this page. Your page, Seth, is going to be so much better than my page because of the message. And that's what we're going to do on here. So we covered that there. And literally, I don't need to even cover very much. I mean, that's the main message I want to get across. So we're getting the point there. And now I'm just going to smooth this out. I do need to have another bold area here. So we'll do that. It needs to be another, we'll write another paragraph here. I'm trying to think where I want to go with it, but it's imagine enjoying incredible fine wines and being able to share message about the value and benefits to those you care about. Knowing artificial Now I'm going to hyperlink this. The thing about truth is that's one of the best things in marketing is to lead with the truth, right? Always. We should always lead with the truth. But we get to do that with everything that we market. You'll notice that there's a common thread in things that we focus on. If I can't get passionate about something, I don't market it. I just don't. And wine is something I'm very passionate about, but understanding it and knowing the difference between the true wines. And that's why I got excited about this in the first place, because when I was explaining what this program was, they were delivering these high, amazing wines at this incredible value through the marketing. That's what I bought into. But when they changed their business model because they did it wrong and they made some really bad decisions, and we fixed it with Wine Ambassador, we ensure that it'll never change. You guys, our wines are made by our winemakers. Like, we're not ever going to sell it to a conglomerate. We've already said no 3 times, and I'm sure they'll keep coming after us because we're building market share, and our marketing tactics are amazing. We're professional marketers, so we're disruptors in this space, and we're marketing our way. So you'll see our brands and the stuff that we're marketing, and we're sharing them with our grand crew members. Like, all that stuff we cover about, that's how we do things. We're on a mission to educate the world about this. Conglomerates don't like that, right? I mean, like, they don't want people to know that they've, completely bastardized that system. Like, they really have. I get mad about it. Like, they're putting ingredients in there that we shouldn't have. You can go Google arsenic and wine and see how many of these big brands put arsenic in, because arsenic is a sweetener and it makes it seem as if they've aged it properly. No, it's cheating. And I don't know about you, but arsenic's a poison. Now, in small doses, I guess it's safe, apparently. And so so they use it because they don't think they're going to kill somebody. But what if I drink 3 or 4 bottles in a night? What if I want to really enjoy a long weekend of conversation with my best friends, and we're on the beach and we're drinking a bunch of wine? Is that going to be toxic? I mean, things like that fire me up. And our wines are just made right? And if it takes 4 years, it takes 4 years. They're ready when they're ready. And we got wines already in the make for the next 5 years, right? We've secured this to do it right. And we did it to where we didn't, we don't have investors. It's us. We made sure we will never go anywhere. We're debt free. And we have a positive expansion, and we've got everything set up right because of the foundation work that Tandy and I were able to do and provide. And gosh, I'm so happy we did it. It's something that we will never sell. We didn't build it to sell and make money. We built it to secure our relevance of marketing. We make more money with that leverage to help everybody here, give everybody a dominant way to succeed and actually bring traffic to their systems. We need wine. It made this all work. It changed everything. And so we really protected it, but we get to share the passion of this. And the thing about it is boutique wineries represent 15% of the wine available in the US. 85% of all the wines that you have access to are through conglomerates. They keep the same label, they buy them up. They like to buy them all up, you know, and they just get bigger, right? And the thing about it is they take that name and that quality that family's been doing for generations, and they just destroy it and then mass produce the wine, and they just go for the greed. They go for the greed. Like there's no love and attention in that wine, and you know they've eliminated the need for these really specialty winemakers, and so we just pick them up. Problem solution, and we just get to do it right. Oh my God, I'm so proud of what we have. All right, so I'm going to keep coming down. I got that on there. Try that again. If it doesn't let you delete it, it's because these are old, right? So just come down here to remove paragraph, and I'm going to enter a new paragraph here, and okay. So I'm going to do my hyperlink. And we're going to make this a heading 3, which gives me back to green. Yeah, because we needed that. And I'm going to go to the gearbox and text and blue. Delete those. I'm rewording the front, right? And the rest of this can stay kind of the same. Just rewording it. And then we have our incredible standard fine wines and our next level brand brew wines, as explained in the presentation above. And then this is fine. So I'm just going to, again, I'll make this a heading 3. And I'm going to make it blue. And then there's so much other things in here that we really don't need to have. So what I'm going to do, as I go too fast, like this is a lot. We've already covered a lot of things, and I'm letting the rest of the stuff here, I'm going to get rid of it. We don't need it. Like you don't need to keep the stuff I have on there. You're redesigning it, right? So I'm going to delete that. And I'm even going to get rid of these. I mean, I'm going to keep going down. This is a lot. In fact, I can even get rid of this. That backspace. And here's it, and I can just end it. Like I've said a lot, and I'll look to correct the yos here in a second. But literally, we already said a lot of words, right? I don't need to make it. I need to make it unique. I don't need to just keep rewording my stuff. It's actually better just to make it unique. So I'm going to come down here below here. And I'm even going to say this differently. I'm going to make it blue. I'm going to underline the True Fine Wines and hyperlink it. And I type it like this so I don't lose the hyperlink. So I'll get rid of that first letter there. If I want to learn even more, go here. All right, that's going to take them to the Wine Magic page. And we don't want to open the link in a new tab. That's fine. But I need to reword this entire part right here, right? Right. So then I need to go to the fine wines and hyperlink them. And I'm going to hyperlink the True Fine Wines. That's been the subject for this one. And apply. Bold, hyperlink, open a new tab, apply. And now I'm done writing this, right? I need to fix the meta description. Find out the truth about what fine wines should and are about and are incredible. Wine of the Month Club and access are provided here. Provided. I gotta say provided, it's too long. So I did that. I changed the meta description. We're keeping the slug the same. I'm going to go up here, and apparently I've got some problems in Yoast, right? Very common. The best way to teach you guys how to get around those is literally to do it with you, right? Practice and show you. So I already know a lot of the problems there, but let's go look at readability first. Sentence length. I've got some long sentences. Transition words. I need to add some more transition words. I'll do that as I fix the sentences. So let's look at sentence length. Now I'm going to click on the I. Boom, it's going to show me what I did wrong, right? Because we really believe it. We are buying a wine that is healthy and true. Already. But when we buy wines at the grocery store or liquor store, we are buying mass-produced wine punches, not true wines. Okay. Okay, I don't know how to reword that. I can't fix that one per se, but I'm going to just make some modifications top to bottom. Watch and learn everything you need to know and understand about true fine wines. Period. And learn about our incredible wine a month club. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. Adding artificial ingredients trick the taste if it was a true fine wine. And they do so all in the name of making it, of making profits. Okay, I'm just reworded it. But my little because you know more now. Now see, I just made those changes, we're green. So that's all I need to do. I don't need to change all of them. I just changed enough. So now I'm going to say update, and this page is done. So now I'm going to click the three dots, code editor. I'm going to grab the title, and we can go ahead and keep that same title. I'm going to say fine wines, delivered to your door. That's fine. We can keep the same thing. I'm going to go to this one, type that, enter. We're going to go keyword, slug, meta. I'm going to click up here. I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to go back to edit the page. Click on Yoast. Oops. Fine wines. Keyword. Scroll down. Grab my slug. Grab my meta. Enter. Go to the actual edit. I'm going to go to the very top. Click on the content. Control A. Now I'm going to show you a trick. If you just scan it and you look at the wine join, it should be the 35229382 for him. You'll see yours. You can just visually look at the code and make sure that all your links are changed. Just scan them from top to bottom. See how I'm doing that? I'm just scanning them from top to bottom. All right. Now, click here, Control A, Control C. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste it. All right. Now I'm going to click away. That one's done. I can go ahead and close that page. It's going to update there. That one's done. And now we're going to go on this next one. I'm going to go here. I'm going to hit exit code editor, update. Fine Wines Delivered to Your Door is now fine. It's fully done. Seth has his own page, ghost written by me. It's done. And it is written really well. Video's ready to go. It's done. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. And we're going to go to Wine Magic. And we're going to hit edit page. And we're going to get going, right? Now, we have the same link. I'm going to go through and change all the links. I'm going to show you guys something kind of cool. And this is usually, I was going to do it in the advanced section, but let me show you something. So I'm going to hit these three dots. I'm going to hit code editor. I'm going to grab it. Control A, copy. I'm going to come in here and I'm literally going to enter. I'm going to paste that down there. Okay, just out of the way a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and set up the page, Wine Magic. We're going to keep the same title. I love Wine Magic. Oops, undo. I need to copy that again. Control C, paste it there, click up here to put it there. And then I'm going to do keyword, Wine Magic, slug. It's Wine Magic, like that. I can do that one easy, meta, and I can copy and paste, it's fine. I'm gonna go fix the meta right now at the very bottom. I'm gonna type my own. Okay, so I'm going to make that the meta description. I'm going to copy it. I'll go back up here to this page. I'm going to go here to Wine Magic and put that there in the meta. So we've already made those changes. Okay. Now I'm going to let you guys see something in here. The only difference between my wine ambassador link and Seth's, or in your case, yours, is this 202943 number. Okay. And I'm gonna glance and make sure there's no additional ones, and I'm not seeing them, right? And I'm looking through. I see it 202943, perfect. I'm just double checking so you guys can see this, and this is something you can do, but you make sure you double check your work like I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Control F. I hit those three dots. I hit find, and I'm going to find. Oops. 202. Where's my code down there? 202943. 202943. I'm going to replace it with 352. Make sure there's no spaces at all. I'm going to replace it with that. There's 24 of them. I'm going to replace all. Okay. Now I'm going to re-grab the HTML only. So I'm going to go right up to here. Oops. We're almost there. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to edit page right in here. I'm going to hit Control A, Control V, right? And I'm going to go ahead and exit the code editor for a second. And now all these ones have already been modified. And double check it. I'm going to click on it. It's going to take me right to his page. So instead of changing the links individually, when it's something like that, you can do it in the code editor by putting it in Google Docs and taking it back. Now that's an advanced step. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, just do it the other way, right? But I just want to show you guys that it makes it kind of fun, and especially when I do the other pages. So I'm going to show you that as we get going, because whatever referral link we use, it's the same link all the way through it, or the edit will be a username changed. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that, and I'm going to show you how we can make modifications so you can make sure that you replace my link with your link in the most effective way. Now I'm going to tell you, as awesome as that was to discover we could do that, I'm just going to let you guys know that I learned it from our MSIs because they figured it out before me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so much easier. But you need to know how to do it both ways because you want to double check your work. And so we're going to cover it both ways. Right. So now I'm going to rewrite this. Wine Magic. And I like to say it a whole different way. And here we go. Ah, So it's a big sentence in there. I'm going to hyperlink everything I possibly can, and I'm going to hyperlink it with this join link. So I kept that over there, right? And I'm going to say something totally different up here. So I'm keeping along that same, that is really our theme, and that's our selling points, is this. So I'm writing this in, I mean, this is way better work than I did before. Makes me want to just rewrite all my other stuff. I probably will. But anyway, this is, it's important that we just hyperlink. So it teaches the brain, everybody knows they see the hyperlink, they can click on it and go somewhere else. So it doesn't, we want to make sure we have it. And it doesn't hurt that I put more of them in here. Then we got that video, and then I do want to put a call to action on here, right? So it has us seeing to click below, but I'm going to put here like, okay. So I'm gonna hyperlink the entire thing. And I'm not gonna worry about making it bold because it's gonna be a heading, it's gonna automatically be bold. So I'm gonna do this heading, and we're gonna go heading 3. It's already blue, we'll leave it alone. Okay, it's all hyperlinked, we'll leave that alone. So they see the same presentation video, this winds it up, this goes here, and now I'm going on a whole different path. Now, because I'm doing this, I'm gonna literally make this shorter too, right? I'm gonna make it shorter. Now, I do like our wine of the month explanation. I do like where we talk about different things about Napa and Sonoma, and that's great. I'll tie that in there, but the presentation does a really good job of that, right? So they watch that presentation, that's there. This is just long, and the longer style is great to a degree. It absolutely is. And you're welcome to do it long and keep it long, but we just need to have it be long enough, really, right? And 300 words is pretty much long enough. That's far more than what we have here. So I'm looking here. I really like our wine of the month explanation of the program. There's a lot of things that are here. And if anything, I'm redundant. And it's good to be redundant. Repetition is the mother of all learning. But when you're learning the style that we have and putting this stuff out there, what's more important is us conveying how it works for us and goes to that the difference. And so I'm actually inspired to write this in how I envision it to be for somebody getting their wines. And you know, I talk to people every day getting their wine for the first time, and when that Grand Cru box comes to your door, um, and you open that box, it's first of all you realize, oh my gosh, this is worth a lot of money. You can tell, you can just feel it, right? And then you get those wines out there and you start enjoying those with the mills, and you're having the wine magic. It's such a fun thing to express because I've been through it, right? And I have some of the Grand Cru Pinot Noir. We had a meal that Tanya made, and she's an amazing cook. And we were eating that food, and I'm like, man, this wine is just so good. And we had 2 bottles of it because we had 2 of them. And you know, that's it. And I think about it because, you know, we get those Grand Cru wines at $100 a piece. Those wines are like $500 bottles. And if we were to buy them retail, and there we had $1,000 worth of wine in that amazing mill, and I look at I just the value that we bring to the world is just phenomenal, and I'm reflecting on that, and so I'm thinking about it, and I'm getting, you know, I'm reliving the experience, right? And so I'm going to write that in there, and so today I'm like, yeah, I'm going to write about something totally different. So I'm literally going to do something. I'm going to eliminate everything, and I'm going to write that direction. Now you're welcome to modify these. You know, there's a lot of ways we've done the modifications and do stuff. I'm just in the moment, and I'm going to just literally, I'm going to get rid of all this. Okay. I'm going to get rid of all of it. And I'm going to hit update. So I'm not going to go back. If I need a reference point, I can go look at homewithtanya.com, right? I can pull that up and see the pages or how it was written before. And I can look at the images, and the images are going to be in the library. And I'm going to have some fun. I want some images of wine magic. I do like the bath approach, but I'm going to go something a little bit different. Okay. And so I'm going to go right here and just and put that on here, right? So if you, oh, it's really big. Let me go back. I don't like the you will receive 4 incredible bottles of wine of fine wines. 2 of them will be whites, and the other 2 will be reds. Personally, I've always enjoyed reds the most. Let me share with you these whites are also incredible. And I need to change that to a hyphen. So with the reds, you will want to go easy and get ready to pair them with your dinner. Steaks, red meat, or pasta, party sauce. You are already familiar with wine, with red wines and pairings. And get ready to have some of Okay, and I need to make this a heading because I got a lot of words that you don't want to go, more than like 150 words without a heading. So I'm going to put that in there. Something you'll be learning as you keep building. I'm going to click on this, go to text. There we go. And I'm going to pause for a second on the stuff that I just wrote, and I'm going to go to Wine Magic or Find Wines, and we're going to hyperlink. For kicks, I'll hyperlink this too. No. I'm leaving that there like that. I like saying it that way. All right, so now I got to do, I'm taking these three right here, and I'm making a list. I'm going to make this a headline. I've been really liking this particular style of the points. People read bullet points, and I'm doing it more and more. It's been very effective. So you'll see me do that. Now I just got to do the highlights of Wine Magic. And Fine Wines. Bold. Anywhere I say Wine Magic or Fine Wines, I'm going to hyperlink. True Fine Wine, I'll do the same thing. And I had the same thing in Wine Magic as I did on Fine Wines here, where I did the True Fine Wines. That was the direction I took this for Seth. So I just kept that going on both. That's okay. That's actually great. Oh, there's Wine Magic again. If you miss one, it's not the end of the world, but I like to be consistent as much as possible. There we go. There's another one I missed. And the thing about this is, like, this is done right. We're literally, Seth doesn't need to touch this again. It's done. He just got to market it now. He doesn't need to rewrite it. It's done. I just got to make sure I hyperlink enough correctly so that, and the thing about hyperlinking that's really important is if you're consistent, they'll see that it's hyperlinked and they read down. They may not click it till they get down below. People browse things a little bit differently. And so you want to make sure you cover all of them. That's just time and time again proven out. I'm double checking one more time. All right, and then attend our wine and dine. I'm gonna take this, and it says here, and I'm going to bold, and I'm gonna hyperlink, and I'm gonna literally go to HTTPS, right? Oh, let me try that again. The wine and dine show.com, and I'm gonna send them there. I can send them to the RR247 webinars too. But either way is fine. I'm going to show you what this goes to. How to apply. This literally goes here. It's actually really good for me to check it out again. I'm not liking where it's going right now. So we're going to go to the other one. So we're going to RR247 webinars. And it talks about other stuff that we do. It's fine. But Wednesday's right here. Right? So yeah, that's where it's going. That's where it's supposed to be going. But yeah, there we go. So I'm just gonna send them to the RR one because I know that's always gonna work. So I'm gonna recommend that and I'll figure out what the other one's doing. So edit. Oops. Undo. So we're gonna go to RR247webinars.com and make sure it's HTTPS. Okay, make sure it's always HTTPS. That's done. So that's there, right? It's there to advertise. Now I'm missing one thing on this page before it's done. I'm gonna hit update. We need pictures. We need images on here, right? And so I got the Wine and Dine show image. I want to probably put something on there for that. So I'll come down here. I'm gonna go find an image. I'm gonna go click the plus sign. I'm gonna do image. I'm gonna go to media library and let's see what we have in here for wine. We have a lot of wine pictures, which is great. There's all our pictures we have here. We got lots of wine pictures, right? So they're all here. We can use any of the ones that are here. I really like I really like some of these pictures. I'm going to add this one. Right. And then I'm going to add another one here. Upload, same area. Oh, I can go into this media library. We already have great ones in here. I'm going to come here and I'm literally going to go for something else that says Wine Magic to me. And I like this one here too. There's something like I can tell you, drinking wine by yourself is fine, right? I think you can do that. But there is nothing better than having a social gathering with wine, because the communication, the conversation, everything's better. So I like this picture a lot, and I didn't have this before, so I'm going to line this one right. We're going to size it down to 25%. This one is, we're going to go to 75%. This one, I actually may go, actually, we'll leave it bigger on this one. It's kind of a big thing. I'm going to click on the image itself. I'm going to go to edit. And I'm going to type in a link. Not that link. I'm going to go to my wine join link there. Right. Open new tab, apply. And this is Wine Magic. So I want to say that on there. Right. That one's done. And I'm going to change this one too. Apply and Wine Magic. Okay. I'm going to click on that, and now I got to place these. So this one, I want to go to the top, and this is the image that'll show up when I have people go to the page. The top image is what it shows up, unless I make it default to something different. And I can look at rounded. I actually like that. I'm going to go with rounded. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the other picture here. Okay, and I'm going to put this one. I'm going to line it right. I'm going to round it too. And I'm going to go up to here. That's where I want it, right there. And then I'm going to go here. And this one, I'm also going to make it bold. I'm going to hyperlink it, and this is going to go to our Find Wines page. So I'm going to click that to Find Wines. And where I say register here, I'm going to come back to this page, and so this is the Find Wines page. I'm going to literally share with you how to hit register here to the right of this page. And then I'll put so I give them a way to contact us. I don't contact people proactively. I let them contact me in today's world, and it works a lot better, right? So when I have somebody sign up as a customer, which happens all the time, I found that when I call them, they almost get freaked out, like I'm going to harass them. So I just don't call them. And when they want to do it as a business, they want more information, they reach out to me. But we gotta educate them on that. That's what I'm doing in this page, right? So this right here, I can go ahead and bold that so they can go over there to sign up. But this register here, I'm going to show you when we create Response Magic, there's a link that goes right to the form. We're going to start using that a lot more. And that I learned from another student. I freaking loved it. I'm like, okay, we're going to incorporate that in the training. So we'll come back to that. And I'm going to show you that when we do Response Magic. So this page is, I'm going to say it's done for now, except for that one link. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to close it. I'm going to go to Wine Magic here. I need to change all this. So I'm going to highlight the stuff that I highlighted there before and changed. I'm going to delete it all. Now I'm going to come over here, edit page. I'm going to go to the three dots. I'm going to go to code editor. I'm going to click here, Control A, Control C. I'm going to go here, Control V, click away. So I'm done. That page is done. I'm going to go here, exit code editor, hit update. Wine Magic is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and close that. Oops, I'm gonna hit update. If you ever close out and it pops that up, you need to update again. Now I'm gonna close it. We're on the main page. I'll click on home, okay? Home's changed. Arts Entertainment, I can click on Wine Magic. It's been modified, right? So there's the video, there's that image right there. There's that image there. I like the way this looks. It's totally 100% unique now. Seth has a complete author page that's different. He's done with his wine pages. Now he's going to need to be adding more as we go, but the initial ones that we market, the initial ones that we do consensus marketing with our images, they're all modified to him. All right. We are done modifying the anchor pages for wine for the moment, for everything we need initially. And I'll see you guys in the next training as I do the second anchor offer, which is Bella Vita. See you in a second. God bless.